Elegance today has become a costume. It's not about heritage or craft anymore. It's about projection. The illusion of refinement sold through filters, mannequins, and marketing slogans. But beneath the gloss lies something hollow. Synthetic fabrics, artificial polish, and rehearsed restraint. Real elegance doesn't seek attention. It carries gravity. In this video, we're going to uncover the anatomy of fake elegance, from fabrics that fake texture to pairings that expose pretense. By the end, you're going to read style like a language, fluent in proportion, texture, and truth. And once you see through the act, you're never going to be fooled again. Let's start with number one, the look without the layers. Fake elegance begins with replication, the art of dressing up imitation as intention. It mimics sophistication without ever touching substance. Synthetic cashmere that pills after one season. Italian blazers with glued seams and no inner structure. Fabrics that gleam like luxury but move like plastic. They mimic texture while stealing comfort. True elegance starts in the weave. It's in the breath of worsted wool, the quiet grain of calfskin, the soft shadow of brushed cotton. Men like Ray Fiennes and David Gandy understand that movement is meaningful. Real fabric flows. Fake fabric freezes. The global quiet luxury trend replaced craftsmanship with clean lines. Emptiness sold as minimalism. Fast fashion perfected the trick. Flawless in photos, lifeless in person. When you feel real cloth, it's almost emotional, dense, steady, deliberate. The difference isn't loud, it's felt. That's why you can tell when a jacket was cut with care versus copied by code. True quiet luxury is never sterile. It has irregularities that speak of hands, not machines. Its depth isn't optical, it's tactile. Once you notice the lack of life in fake refinement, it is impossible to unsee. And when texture fails to convince, color steps in as the new disguise. The illusion of taste painted in monotone. Number two, the color trap. Neutral tones, beige, taupe, sand, have become the uniform of supposed sophistication. But without depth, they drift into emptiness. The danger isn't the palette itself, it's how it's used. Fake elegance relies on sameness, tone on tone dressing with no punctuation. It looks clean, but it feels lifeless. Daniel Craig's mastery of neutrals shows the difference. His sand blazer contrasts against crisp white, with navy knits adding gravity. There's thought behind the balance. It's not quiet for quiet's sake, it's composed. Fake refinement removes contrast in order to appear effortless, but it erases vitality. True neutrals thrive on tension, matte against shine, light beside shadow, linen softening wool, suede grounding silk. Even interiors suffer from this illusion. An overuse of beige creates fatigue, not peace. Fashion follows the same rule. Monotony drains magnetism. The well-dressed man doesn't drown in neutrality, he controls it. He lets texture, tone, and proportion breathe. Because subtlety isn't sameness, it's precision. Color exposes intent, but it's only part of the facade. Now, the next illusion hides in the smallest of details. The signals that are worn around the wrist and waist, where taste meets temptation. Number three, the status accessory illusion. Fake elegance often hides behind expensive proof. Oversized logos, statement watches, gleaming belts, each one whispering insecurity through luxury. Real refinement never needs confirmation. It's about selection, not show. George Clooney's wristwatch never outshines his conversation. It's slim, deliberate, and proportionate. The accessory exists to complete, not compete. The man chasing validation through branding buys his confidence wholesale. But confidence can't be bought. That's why quiet luxury thrives on understatement. A recent report showed 62% of high-end consumers now prefer so-called invisible design, pieces with no visible logo at all. True elegance is self-assured enough to go nameless. Accessories should harmonize. Hermes loafers with dark denim, a vintage Omega under a linen cuff. Every piece whispers in rhythm. Fake elegance turns those whispers into noise. Gold chains over mock turtlenecks, monogram belts cinched too tight, gestures that mistake attention for admiration. Real style is punctuation, not proof. And once you start recognizing excess as insecurity, the illusion loses power. And yet, while accessories can deceive the eye, tailoring never lies, because the body reveals what branding hides. Number 4, the tailoring tell. Tailoring is truth stitched into fabric. It's where fake elegance collapses the fastest. A well-cut jacket breathes with its wearer. A fake one wears him. Oversized silhouettes and razors slim cuts all have one purpose: distraction. They disguise poor construction with modern exaggeration. True tailoring is balance. The line from shoulder to sleeve should look inevitable. The lapel should roll like a sentence, not break mid-phrase. Benedict Cumberbatch, Colin Firth, and Jude Law, they all wear tailoring like a second language. Fluent, unforced. Each suit carries a structure hidden beneath simplicity. Mass-market luxury suits, meanwhile, skip the heart, the inner canvas. Without it, the garment loses posture and poise. It may photograph well, but it dies in motion. Tailoring is quiet geometry, armhole depth, lapel roll, chest canvas. It is architecture worn. And when that structure disappears, even the finest fabric loses its authority. Fit is where craftsmanship either whispers or screams. It's not about what's visible, it's about what holds shape unseen. But even perfect tailoring can become a mask if it clings to the wrong idea. And that idea is timelessness, now sold as another illusion. Number 5, the timelessness trap. Timeless has become fashion's safest lie. It sells the illusion of permanence to men who are afraid of change. Real timelessness isn't imitation, it's evolution. Pierce Brosnan proves the point. He doesn't wear the past, he reinvents it. His soft shoulders, lived-in textures, and unforced color play feel familiar and yet fresh. He honors heritage while staying alive to the present. Fake elegance freezes time. Beige trousers, identical loafers, and factory knits that are marketed as essentials. They're lifeless because they lack a point of view. True style builds identity through memory. The way that leather patinas, the way linen creases, the way that wool relaxes with you. That is the poetry of longevity. A 2023 fashion study found that men increasingly seek so-called quiet durability. Not trends, but tactile permanence. Timeless isn't static, it's seasoned. Fake elegance mimics shape without understanding soul. It recycles the look of wealth without its patience. And that impatience creates imbalance, because when taste is rushed, pairings lose their purpose. And that's where the real cracks begin to show. Number 6, the mismatch of intent. Elegance lives in cohesion, when materials, proportions, and tone all speak one language. Fake elegance mistranslates. It's the wool blazer over polyester trousers, the sleek loafer clashing with a nylon belt, the silk tie that looks misplaced over sneakers. Each piece might be luxurious alone, but together they contradict. Real refinement thrives on dialogue, not discord. Idris Elba, Mads Mikkelsen, and Jeff Goldblum all understand the rhythm, mixing suede with denim, cashmere with leather, cotton with tweed. Nothing feels random. Everything feels earned. The elegant man knows the balance between formality and ease. The faker overthinks. Every pairing shouts insecurity. When intent breaks, authenticity follows. The outfit stops being an extension of the man and becomes an act. Fake elegance often collapses under its own confusion. Polished on the outside, disconnected within. True harmony requires awareness of texture, proportion, and occasion. It's how quiet luxury stays believable. But even when the pairings align perfectly, there is one element that can undo it all: the man's behavior. Number 7, the behavior behind the look. Elegance doesn't end with fabric. It finishes with presence. A man can buy refinement, but he can't purchase composure. Fake elegance reveals itself in movement, the forced posture, the constant self-check, the lack of ease. You can always tell when someone is just wearing style instead of embodying it. The suit might fit perfectly, but if the man inside it fidgets, over-gestures, or seeks validation with every glance, the illusion cracks. Real elegance breathes. Watch Gary Oldman or Jeremy Irons. Their tailoring bends with them, not against them. Their gestures feel lived in, not rehearsed. There's no strain in their stillness, no need for attention. And that absence of effort is the magnetism. Psychologists call it embodied cognition. Clothing influences confidence, but only when authenticity leads. When you wear what aligns with who you are, movement and manner merge seamlessly. But when the outfit becomes armor, it turns against you. It restricts, exposes, betrays. The man trying hardest to look elegant rarely is. True elegance is invisible confidence. It's restraint, posture, and patience. It's listening more than speaking, walking without display, and knowing that silence can say more than accessories ever could. And when composure and craft finally align, elegance transcends appearance. It becomes energy, the quiet authority of someone who knows exactly who he is and no longer needs the world to confirm it. Fake elegance chases admiration. Real elegance earns respect. It isn't about what's worn, it's about how it's understood. Refinement begins when awareness replaces imitation. When materials, colors, and movements align, the result feels inevitable, not assembled. Because true elegance doesn't try to convince, it confirms. Now, gentlemen, make sure to like and subscribe so that you can join the men who are upgrading their style in 2025. Men who dress with intention, live with clarity, and value craft over noise. Elegance, after all, isn't about performance, it's permanence. Once you master it, you don't just look composed, you become the calm that others notice first. Catch you next time.